Hello there, minions of technology. My name is Tim Lee. Welcome to Legacy Studio. We're back with another Revelation episode you've been waiting forever. Don't worry, they'll get done. Just takes a little bit of time here and there. Gotta wait for that right click to happen in your brain that makes you go, it's a Revelation day. Humongous thank you to all these guys right here, Sean Hammond, Tony Allen, and William Ponath, for all of their amazing support as legacy historians. Don't forget my amazing Dorka historians and my early access historians. All these amazing people help keep this channel alive, afloat, and help me pay a few bills. You guys rock. They get early access to all my videos, plus some behind-the-scenes content of things, just conversations and things of that nature, and whatever else I can find. Did I just turn it off by turning it on? No, it's on. There we go. And finally, let me say, if you follow any of my content at all and you're subscribed to the channel, humongous thank you to you. 5,785 subscribers. You guys absolutely rock. I deeply appreciate it. And if you consider becoming early access, it'd be a humongous support. All right, let's get down to playing a bit more of Revelation on MYST 4. Alright, we're back in the game. Left off here trying to figure this out, and still coming up dud. Need to figure out some more things to get us over there. Now, we have been here before, I believe, but I think we've just come at this from the opposite side. I'm assuming somewhere over there, maybe. So, there is more to figure out here, more that meets the eye that we have yet to see. Not sure what, though. And admittedly, a bit of a dead end. I'm not entirely sure where to go next as we continue on here. Usually I'm leaning heavily on this. You know what? the MYST series has been incredible. I think Riven was my favorite by far. I think that was my favorite. And certain times I've been able to solve all this kind of on my own. I didn't want your secret, your hints or advice. I wanted to figure it out on my own. This one, on the other hand, though, is requiring your special touch. It's requiring your wisdom to get me through it. Would I wish it to be otherwise? Honestly, yes, I'd prefer to figure this out on my own, but that has definitely not been the case. Been struggling heavily on it, so leave your comments. We'll greatly appreciate it. And we'll keep moving on here. I think I keep going in circles here. Let's try going this way. So I came from that way, we'll go this way. I'm not sure what to do next here. Part of me thinks that I should maybe take a trip back to Spire or one of the other locations and do some more hunting. We came here, but I came here a couple episodes back, and I continue to follow the belief that once you get into the world, you can solve most of the world from that location, but I've been proven wrong in this game, so part of me feels like maybe I should move myself over to another one of the worlds or realms or whatnot and try my hand somewhere else. I'm very tempted to try and do just that. Because you've gotten a lot of information here, but we're still coming up pretty void. And even the one puzzle that I did solve that got us a bit further in the last episode really gave us very, very, very little to go off of. All we did was get another totem and what was in the next totem. That was it. That was it. And that is such a minimal step for us. I keep coming here to see if I can figure out what this symbol means. If it has a meaning. Let me see here. Because we're trying to figure out these different totems. Now, here's the thing. I was thinking that some of these totems were actually replacements of some of the, how do I put this? Some of the bone structures that we're seeing are replacement for some of the totems. So instead of there being a totem, it would be these bones in a certain form. I might be proving myself wrong at that, and actually I think that's exactly what's happening. I think I've proven myself wrong for the most part. So now what? If following the bones is not actually getting us what we're looking for, well, then there needs to be another answer, and technically I think then that would mean that we may be missing a totem. And if that is the case, then certainly we will be able to figure out something a little different from there. So, before I get too far away from things, I need to get my bearings. He draws himself way too skinny. He's a bit of a bigger boy than that little sketch that he drew of himself there. For giggles, let me head up here just to see while I gather my bearings here. So we've seen the gist of this. Where we haven't been is over there yet, because we haven't unlocked that stupid path, which we've gotten most of. We know the Koopa Troopa symbol. We know the bird symbol. We don't know the monkeys. We need some audio, some sound proof to help us pick that one out. We know the kangaroos, or whatever those are called. That's that S. And then we also know the Nessie. We know that sound. So we've covered everything but the monkeys. But even though we've covered everything but the monkeys, we still have not figured out how to solve it on that puzzle system. And like one of our new members, William Poneth, has said, stop doing the same thing over and over. And boy, do I agree with him. We're kind of going in circles in this puzzle, and the results are not getting us very far. And I'm not sure where to go next. So part of me goes, okay, where do we need to go next to try and find out the audio for removing the monkeys so that we can figure out what that last puzzle piece is, and then how do we solve that back at the other location? That's where I'm at a loss. And then oh! Did he run away before? Did he run away before, or was that just me? Do 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 do. I mean, it's doing it the same way every time. That's the only thing I can come up with. Do 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 do. But it doesn't have the same sound. Ho! 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 Oh! Oh. Okay. 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 I've sinned. Oh, guys, I'm getting so frustrated by this that I did look up a hint. That's the only way that I could find a way to move on. I didn't read any other hints. I don't have any other clue of what to do next. But I did look up the monkey puzzle hint. I was truly at a loss on what to do next, and even the answer, the result of what you're supposed to do, was still not easy to accomplish. It's not something that I would have noticed before. There's a variable about how the monkeys continue to show up, and you're supposed to mimic their call, which is incredibly difficult to do. I did it over and over and over, only because I knew of what was supposed to happen, And the result, the answer, happened completely by accident. If I didn't either have you guys saying anything or I didn't look up the hint, I wouldn't have known. I really wouldn't have known. I hate that I had to do that, but I don't want to waste a video. I mean, I don't want to waste a whole video of just me hunting forever. I wanted to get you guys something, and I want to move on. I want to move on with this game. I want to get somewhere outside of this. So now we know which one is the monkeys. Okay, and we can move on from here finally. So the monkeys are the clover here. Some monkeys. Like I said, hate that I cheated, but at the same time, I don't want to wait another month to play on because I'm just becoming so unamused by this game. Let's continue on because we have a lot more wonderful life to explore in this game, and I don't want to waste another video trying to do this. This is ridiculous. So, like I said, I dug through a gameplay thing, and I found an image of the monkeys, and I was able to, without reading anything else, solve the rest of the puzzle with that person's information. So, big thanks to whoever wrote the game guide that I utilized. And, you know, I wouldn't have figured that out. I'm frustrated by that a lot. So the monkey that sits right here and makes that call, he does multiple calls with the same sound, and you're supposed to figure out which one of those is it. And that it's not an easy puzzle to solve. I don't think that one's there was a puzzle that Mandy helped me solve back in Riven, and I kind of feel like that one has the same uncertainty, you know, that it doesn't meet all the variables that you expect to properly solve the puzzle. So I'm a little frustrated by that, admittedly. But once again, I come back to what everyone else is saying, that this game just truly is not. It's not the Cyan game that Cyan originally invented. And when they came out with Abduction, they aced it. But once they gave up that title to Presto and gave it up to Ubisoft, those guys really destroyed it and really did not. Just grr. I don't want to have to utilize other services or your hints to figure it out, but I had to figure it out because I want to move on, for Pete's sake. I'm getting sick of this. I'm getting sick of not finding results, okay? I want to solve a puzzle of video. That's honestly where I'm at. And when I get to the point where literally there's no other puzzle to solve, which is exactly what I was facing, there's no other puzzle to solve. None. I wasn't sure where to move on next. Thankfully, it was down to not finding another variable, but mimicking a variable that I felt wasn't a very realistic variable in itself. If you're going to have the monkey making a certain sound, have it make the certain sound every time, and not do weird changes where it's going to mess it up, which is exactly what it did. Not a fan. Not a fan. So, well, and truth be told, I'm putting the blame on the game software and me not trying every variable, because I've begun to realize that I overthink games. I overthink the game's variables, and I try to come up with a variable that's far more intense. No, that variable was about as intense as you can come up with. So, I didn't like that. I don't like that at all. And I still don't know if I have an answer to this. I hope I do, because I've solved all the animals at least. But still, what is the variable here? How do we solve this? Now that we have a result of some sort, and we know, unfortunately, that the very first here is the monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 marks. So how do we know how to solve this without the idea of knowing what 0 is? Don't we need to figure out what 0 is to be able to properly solve this? So if 5... No, it wasn't. That wouldn't matter. So if that's not how to solve the variable, then wouldn't it be Nessie? There's... Nope, come on. There's Nessie. The next one is not the bird. The next one is... I honestly don't know what the next one is. The fourth one is the bird. Which, if we look here, the bird is 8, 7, 6, 5. So if I put this one at 5, that should be the proper setting for that. The monkey is position 3, if that's correct. The other one is the S, this one, kangaroo or whatever, which just leaves this variable. So what would that variable be? That one would be the... I don't recognize the footprint. So if we've already solved for the monkey Nessie, we already solved for the bird. So it's the only other variable I have is the Koopa, which is this one? Oh, praise God. Oh, that is so painful to deal with. Finally. Oh, it's cool how it shakes. Oh, that took forever. Okay, well, we solved it. I regret nothing. Truth be told, I regret nothing. Don't hate me for finding a hint, but I regret nothing. Oh, did it come back up? It came back up. Alright, so I'm guessing we just found his house. Alright. Open says me. What do we got in here? Huh, scuba gear. Fins. Interesting. He created his own scuba gear. Or snorkel, I guess. Snorkel gear. So whatever he was doing underwater. Here's a piece of paper. Would you look at that? Interesting. That's the bowls. Why would we want to know the bowls for the monkeys? Well, let's take a picture of it. The 3 bowls that are on the hunters area. So 2 of them. How would you fill those? Interesting. Oh, here we go. We got lore. We got lore. That he can read, thankfully.
Not sure I can do this. Pen feels awkward. Keeps slipping. Been so long since I used one. But what else is there? What else to do? Went back to rec today. First time since moving into house. Found his bones exactly how I left them. Except clean now. Bleached white by the sea. How many times have I replayed it since then? Sun sinking into the waves. Tip of my spear gleaming wet with the poison. See myself crouching low near the rock, so sure he will come because of his mate. Sometimes in my head, it happens different. Poison gets diluted, or one of her ropes snaps and breaks. He rears back, spear misses. Somehow they both get away. And we all get one more day worth living for. Reset traps today. Swamp water corroded one of them. Forced to go to depot to fix. Coming back, saw a Commodile take down a Zephyr. Moved with such precision, not a single gesture wasted. Zephyr probably didn't feel a thing. It's not what I expected, living lakeside. It's calmer, not as windy. But rain still beats down like in the wreck, and it's hot. Still. Only real difference is the screams. A lot closer now, on all sides. Starting to get on my nerves. Can't sleep. Too many screams. And when I close my eyes, the things I see, the faces. My God, Cirrus, did we really kill so many? Added it up, best I could. 8 years. 3 since I killed the last Serpati. Keep thinking I should do something for him. Place some kind of tribute next to the bones. Totem pole, maybe. God knows. Carving it would keep me busy for a while. Maybe I can make one for each of them. What's the use? What's the use? Can't go on like this. Can't think. Have to do something. Keep my mind off the dreams. Maybe go south for a few days. Sleep outside. My God, Father. Did it have to be the same? 2 weeks working my way through the South Jungle, and for what? More of the same. More of the same empty nothingness. Can't take it anymore. Can't live like this. Karnax got in while I was away. Forgot how agile they are. Braver, too, when they're hunting in groups. Been breeding like mad ever since I killed their primary predator. Should probably do something about that. But maybe I can redesign one end of the bridge. Create some kind of lock to keep them out. Went back to the South Jungle today, hoping I'd missed something. Saw a group of mangries playing under their nests. Thought about replenishing supplies, but couldn't do it. They just looked too peaceful. Eventually turned to go and spied one of them watching me. Their lookout, I suppose. Wonder how long he knew I was there. Ink supply getting low. Watering it down, but might try to make more. The way the channel would tree dwellers once taught me. Found some petals in the South Jungle that might work for the ink. Picked a few to take back as an experiment. While picking them, I noticed something odd about the mangries. In the north, they all scatter as soon as they spot me, but the South tribe only looks curious. Must be because I never hunted them. New ink seems okay. Would prefer a better color, though. I'll head back to the South Jungle in the morning, see if I can find different varieties. I don't believe it. Went back to gather more petals, and found a bunch of them already picked. They were lying in a pile where I'd been working. Mangrees must have done it. Imitating me? Spent most of the morning in the watchtower trying to observe from a distance. Find out how they act when I'm not there. Couldn't see much though, trees are too thick. Would like to get closer somehow. I suppose I could build another post, but it'd have to be different this time. Not a lot left I can take from the wreck. Kinda like the idea of going all natural. How the heck did Savidro's people do it? Been weaving support branches all day and my arms and chest muscles are killing me. Mangrees sure got a kick out of watching though. One of them even stopped playing long enough to come over and give me advice. At least that's how it seemed. Wouldn't stop chirruping at me. Made me want to rig up another sound system, see if I can try and talk back. Oh my God. It can't be. It can't. This evening, I was sketching in the post, trying to get their expressions right. Mangrees were playing that game they like to play, fruit tossing. Ball must have rolled under the post. All of a sudden I heard this cry I'd never heard before. Sequence of drawn-out highs and lows. Looked up and found all of them looking at me, pointing at the ball and making that sound. Like they were calling a name. My name. They've given me a name. What am I supposed to do with this, Father? What am I supposed to do?
Please! I can't take it anymore! It's too late. It's too late. They're all dead. All of them.
Okay. Why is the ear position supposed to mean something? Because the ears were up in the other one, right? Big bucket, little medium bucket with the ears at half mast, and then over here the ears were up with the big bucket, little bucket. Okay. Well, let me see if there was anything else in here. I focused in on the top, but not down here. Oh, there's nothing to focus in on except that. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Huh. Wait a minute, why could I stand there at the door like that? Hang on. Let me back in. So, I can look around right here at the door. Let me make sure there's nothing else here. I've already checked this one. There's nothing in here. The only area I can highlight was down here. There's nothing down there that I could click so I could tell. Nothing over here. And this one was the opposite. with smaller squares. Okay. So we can go this way now. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode, my friends. There's obviously a lot more to explore, but I want to save that for another video. Keep it crispy, First Tim 412. I hope that you enjoyed this one. Once again, I hate that I had to actually look up a little bit more of a clue to get further in, but I really just want to continue and enjoy the journey with you. And you know what? You've been very, very patient waiting for new content. I just want to get it into your hands, and I want to be able to enjoy the process, too. Digging up a hint. Unfortunately, kind of spoils my reputation as King of Mist a little bit, doesn't it? But we'll move on. Even kings have to call to their people of the wise, and I want to make sure that we can move on and get to much, much more in this game. So I'll see you in the next one right here on Legacy Studio. Bye.